Hi, this is Herb Lawrence from CHGO White Sox.
This is Big Dave, CHGO Bulls.
And this is CHGO Tavern Style, and it's presented to you by Salerno's Pizza. Head on over to the Grand Avenue location or call 312-666-3444 to make a reservation today. And today on Tavern Style, we'll be talking about our top 5 Chicago sports logos going today. Dave, I know that this is near and dear to your heart as two fans of looking good and feeling good. Even though I didn't put the best one on today, I still love my Chicago White Sox, who have a lot of great logos. But we're talking about their modern-day logos that they're using right now. So go from 5 to 1 of your top 5 Chicago sports logos.
5 to 1. Okay. 5, I'll say the Cubs. I don't like their modern logo, but their older logos I really did like.
Just with the little cubby bear?
With the cubby bear holding the bat. That was one of the first fitted hats I bought. Like, I love that hat. I thought it was hard. I see Sean already hate this. I like it. I thought it was hard, man. I really did. I thought it was hard.
We talked earlier about the Bears logo and like the old school bear with the running with the football.
Yeah.
That is a better bear logo in Chicago, but no. The actual Cubs logo is bad. That's not me trying to be a hater.
Okay.
It's just a lowercase
Just
C.
not feeling it at all.
Yeah,
Get the fuck outta
it's
here.
just the little blue outlining with the C outlining and then the UBS inside of it. Just regular.
You feel it's lazy. Like there's no pop to it.
No, they just
You know what I mean?
let's just put this here. Ugh.
Stop. I don't know. The simplicity of it is something about it. Like, I just dig that part of it. And then when I've seen it like in different colors, like all black, I've seen it in red, black, green. Like, I've seen it just in different. I'm like, okay, yeah, like, all right. Like, I'll rock with that. I'll rock with it. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the sky, because we talked about this out there, Sean and I. I was like, I would have them a little higher up, but I feel like it's some more work that's needed on that. You know, and not that it's bad. I like it. I just think that comes with time. You know what I mean? One of those things where you just find yourself. You know what I mean? When you find your groove, you like, oh yeah, this the one right here.
Exactly.
So they'll get to that point, and that's why I'm giving them number 4 right here, because I'm already will rock that, especially the CHGO Sky shirt. Oh, that's hard. You know
I wear it all the time.
Yeah, man. And the jerseys they wear are hard. The black ones with the pinstripe, like, that's dope, man. You know what I mean? But I think they could really do something really, really dope though. Number 3, I'm gonna go with the Bears. It's just iconic. You know what I mean? It's the Bears. Whether you're going with the wishbone or whether you're going with the actual bear, I like the actual bear.
Yes.
Like the face of the bear roaring.
Which they just recently, in the last couple of years, switched to from just the regular C to the actual bear that I thought is very good. Looks nice.
It's ferocious. You know what I mean? It symbolizes it better.
Yes.
In my opinion, man. Like, and it's a change. You know, it's getting away from the old and stepping a little bit into the new, but keeping it at the same time. You know what I mean? Not crapping on the history of it, but upgrading it. So I think it's dope. Number 2 for me is the White Sox. And this is where I get into it, because when I looked at these logos, I'm basing this off of not what people in Chicago are wearing, but what people outside of this are wearing. Mm-hmm. And Chicago, the White Sox logo is not based off of winning. No. People aren't putting that on because it's a winning team. All right, they putting it on because that shit is dope. When you see it and it's hard. You know what I mean? Shaquille Taylor wrote that article about the Chicago White Sox hat in the hip-hop culture and just how influential it's been, which is a complete fact. You can't even speak of a lot of guys in hip-hop culture without that hat. Like, you got to have it on. Cube, you know, NWA, Dr. Dre, like all those things. Just what it symbolized, the all black, just with the socks and the old English lettering, all that is hard. It's hard. And if you don't have one, something wrong with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't like hats. Like, I just really think that's the case. Number 1 for me is the Bulls. You don't change it.
No.
Like, you don't mess with it. Like, that's just what it is. Like, when people say, man, the Bulls, fans should stop going and that would hurt the Bulls and all this and stuff, I'm like, no, bro. That's an iconic thing that's global. We can go to an island that we've never even been to where they don't even have a television. They'll have on a Bulls jersey. And because it's that dope. That logo is ill, man. And I have another reason for why I feel the way, but I know we got to take a break, so I'm going to say it then.
We'll stop on them by Salerno's on Tap, located at 1201 West Grand Avenue in Chicago's West Town, and enjoy a tavern-style pizza and ice-cold beers. Whether you're headed to the game, want to watch it live on the big screen TVs that they have there, or watching at home, they got you covered. Go to Salerno'sPizza.com or call 312-666-3444. Mention CHGO and get half off your pizza. Head on over to Salerno'sPizza.com or call 312-666-3444 for more information. Mention CHGO and get
half, Eddie.
off of your pizza. Half price, guys, not just half off the pizza. My list, and I'll put a special mention about this one. It's the Blackhawks. They're trash. It is a caricature of a real person that is persona non grata. It just doesn't start with me. I hate that logo. They should change it. The team is literally called the Blackhawks. You have Tommy Hawk already there as your mascot. All you got to turn it into is a Black Hawk. That's it.
That's why it's not on my list.
Easy. And then I'll go to the sky, as you talked about. It's iconic. Anytime you introduce light blue into the lexicon, it always works for me. Like I was talking to somebody, I think we were talking yesterday at the baseball game when we did our takeover, where the Toronto Blue Jays had their light blues on. That was a thing in the 70s and the 80s where most major league teams went to light blue because it works. It looks good. It's crisp. And so I think the Chicago Sky look is just nice alternative, and it incorporates the Chicago flag colors into their whole kit. And so it works out. I know I'm using a soccer term for a basketball team, but whatever.
You're doing it.
The same thing with you on the Cubs. Like, it's just bland, fine, and it's not a hater thing. I know Cub fans, like, do you really like that logo? I never see anybody with the CUBS Cubs hat on. They have the C hat on, which is just, it's normal. It's regular.
Yeah.
Who cares? That's boring. And I'm right there with you with 1 and 2. Like, I would say Sox is 2, and like you said, Bulls is 1, just because I think the Bulls is more global.
That's what I said too. We said the same thing.
Yeah, it's more global. Like, people recognize the Bulls. I think if you're talking about like the top 10 in sports in general, I think the Bulls are a top 10 American sports logo just because of how crisp. Red always works. The Bulls always intimidating. You know, you got the little red, you got the little blood on the horns. It works. The White Sox, of course, like I said, it's number 2 for me. Iconic SOX, Old English. There's nothing better. Jodeci, I think you mentioned too.
Yes.
All these guys used to wear these hats. It was the height of coolness. And this was in 91.
Yeah.
Haven't changed it since.
Yes.
Because it worked so well. So those are our top 5.
What's your 3 and 4? Your 3 and 4 wasn't clear.
Oh,
so five is the Sky. You bagged the Cubs, but it sounded like the Cubs were a part of your top 5.
Yeah, they are part of my top 5.
What?
Sorry.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, they're in there.
Sean.
Why? Who would I put instead of the Cubs?
Here's my list.
Yeah.
You could put whoever you want at 5 except for the Cubs.
All right.
4 is the Bear Face.
I forgot the Bears too. Sorry. They're 3.
3 is the Sox logo. 4 is the Wishbone C. 1 is the actual bull.
Okay.
So, I mean, get the Cubs out of here.
We're
You
all
put
in
the
agreement
Sky
on the
if you
Bulls,
want. Let's go with the Wolves at 5. Anyone.
That's a dope logo.
Let's go with the Chicago Rush at 5. The Cubs do not get that credit.
Oh my God, it's just so regular and so disappointing that they're like, we got to put something out there. Here you go. And it was so rushed and it's so terrible. Like you guys said, they have better logos in their history. They could be reintroducing those.
That's true. And
having an actual sale on merch, and people like, man, I want to be a Cub fan because of that hat, that logo. Nobody does that for the Cubs.
And I think it's honestly because I've seen just so many different styles and colors of that C from friends that I know and people I just see out. Like the all black one I've seen, like just with the C that was in white with the white trim was hard to me. You know what I mean? Like, so I've seen it so many different ways. I'm like, no, this could work, but ain't nothing harder than this one right here.
Well, and also Herb's wearing the Batterman hat. I mean, whether you take that in the 83, whether you take that in the black and white spring training, Batterman's better than a C, a lowercase C. There was something about like being bored in school drawing logos, and like it was tough to master that actual wishbone C because of the symmetry. Right, there was no way I was ever going to draw a Sox logo. The Bulls logo is somewhat similar. I could have drawn a Cubs logo, a lowercase C, when I was in 3 years old. Like no. Let
me ask you: do you see when you turn the Bulls logo upside down? What do you see?
I've never done that. I know it does something. I don't forgot what it does. But
Sean doesn't see it.
We're not saying Peck's answer.
Yeah, we ain't saying Peck's or Lawrence's answer. Like, we ain't seeing it. For me, I see the robot reading a book. That's what I see. Okay. Standing at a podium.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
I knew there was something to the Bulls thing where it's more that meets the eye. There's some extra stuff going on there.
Some things happening, man.
Yeah, but
taking over.
I would say, we hit it out of the park. And if you're a Cub fan mad at me or a Blackhawks fan, TFB,
you'll be fine.
Make your own damn list.
You'll be cool.
So this has been CHGO Tavern Style. We'll join you next time. Thanks for joining us now.
Between the Blacks.
We all silly like the mayor.